Hi, welcome. My name is Caitlin. My pronouns are she, her, and this is our yoga practice for LGBTQ Joy. You do not have to be a member of the LGBTQ community to enjoy. Everyone is, of course, welcome. And this practice is really celebrating the radiance of LGBTQ joy. So I invite you to join in. Today's practice is going to look like some breath work. We'll get into some warming stretches. We'll have our standing, balancing poses. It might even feel like we're dancing. And then we will cool off with some cooling stretches on the mat, and then we'll finish with a yoga nidra meditation. It'll be a little bit more than 5 minutes long, and that will be something that I'll read aloud and share with you all. So think about what might be restful for you for that time. And I recommend for this practice grabbing something comfy like a pillow or a nice blanket, even a towel, or a block. Where's my block? Hey, block. I don't know, just happen to have one lying around. Why wouldn't you? And you might notice my trusty chair. I recommend setting up next to a chair, or I always play the wall game. There's no shame in the wall game. Set it next to a wall, something sturdy, and we'll have a lot of fun. So get comfortable to get started. And before I get away with myself, put on some music if you'd like. And just remember that this is your practice. So if ever I'm cueing something that you don't want to do, don't do that thing. This is your time. And know that I will move on. And I hope you make this your own. Just remember that pain isn't a part of yoga. So if you feel pain, it's an invitation to explore something else. Find what works for you. Know that this is your time and you are worth it. I hope you're comfortable. You might be laying back, might be hugging your pillow that you grabbed. Thank you so much for doing that. You might be seated. Wherever you are, settle in and rest for a few moments. Notice the spaces where you're grounded. The spaces where the body meets the surface that's supporting it. And bring to mind a memory of joy, a moment where you couldn't stop smiling. Sink into that memory. And if you don't feel like going to memories right now, you might look around your space with kind, loving, and fresh eyes. Find this space around you full of things that you have chosen or things that bring you joy. Or people that have shared this space with you, who see you and love you and celebrate you. Whether you're staying with a memory of joy or recognizing the joy around you, allow it to fill you. Notice where this memory is in your body. It may be in your mind, your throat, your heart, your belly, anywhere. Allow it to radiate and grow. Breathing joy in and breathing it out. Letting it in and sending it out. You can always stay here. if you're ready to move on, we'll find a comfortable seat if you're not already there. We'll think about stacking the head over the heart, over the hips, and then noticing the spaces where we rest, pressing, really grounding into that space and growing from there, reaching the crown of the head so tall, like a balloon that's going to tip, tip, touch the ceiling. Once you have this strong, tall spine, or straw spine, whatever, we'll take some robin's breath. Robins are a sign of hope, and I love robin's breath, so I'm happy to share it with you all. So robin's breath looks like this. We're going to bring our hands together in front of our chest as we inhale. When we exhale, we send the hands forward, and it almost looks like a diver. You might bring your chin to your chest. When you're ready to inhale, we'll open the arms wide like our robin's wings. Show off your cat t-shirt and shine the palms. Draw the shoulder blades together, and then when you're ready to exhale, the chin comes back to the chest, hands come together, extended in front of you. Inhale, bring the hands to center in front of the chest, head lifts. Move with your breath. Exhaling, diving forward. Inhaling, opening the wings. Getting so big. Exhaling, find your dive. And inhale, bring the hands to heart center. Nice. So it might help to close your eyes or soften your gaze as you move here with your breath so that you're not moving with my breath. Get your own breath. You got it. And just listen to your body. Listen to what you need here. Ditch what isn't serving you. And flap your wings, yeah? Shine your heart. Send out your joy. And inhale. Inhale it in. Beautiful. Let's do this a few more times on your own. You got it. Okay, one more full robin's breath. Or just keep doing that. That can be your practice. But I'm just going to do one more. And then when you're ready, we'll move on. Okay, from here, I'm going to bring my hands behind my hips, bring some weight into the heels of the palms, and then I'm going to plant my feet in front of me. And we're just going to just get back so you can see my feet. Check them out. Okay, then we're going to drop drop the knees to one side and then the other for windshield wipers. Make this as big or as small as you need, yeah? You could be like, hey, going all around, or just choop choop. Totally up to you, yeah? Our hips are all made differently, and they move differently, and that is beautiful. So love your hips. Give them just a little bit of kissing movement here. Mwah, mwah. You got this. You got this, hips. Okay. When you feel even on both sides, and like your hips are like, hey, okay, we're moving. We're grooving. We're gonna come to sit with our legs in front of us. Yeah, crossed in front of us. So if you sat with your legs crossed before, maybe switch out the cross. You'll know it's switched because it'll feel funky. Cool. And then we'll bring our hands to our knees. And if this doesn't feel good to have your legs crossed in front of you, just put your legs in front of you, however it feels good. Doesn't matter. They can be extended longer. Whatever. Cool. We're just going to make abdomen circles. So, sounds really technical, but I'm going to draw my heart towards the front of the mat, maybe even rolling the shoulders back and pointing the tailbone, kind of finding an arch in the spine. Then I'm going to come to one side, feeling a side bend, a little bit of stretch, hello. And then I'm going to round, reaching the back towards the back of the mat, really rounding the back, thinking about creating space between the shoulder blades, and maybe bringing the chin to the chest, tucking the tailbone. Then I'm going to come through to the other side, finding a side stretch on this side now. It's okay if the opposite hip lifts a little. Don't worry about that. Just bring some movement here. Okay, cool. Now we're going to do that circle with our breath. So inhale, arch forward, and then as you round and come behind, let it go. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, and exhale as you come around. Nice. Inhale and exhale. So again, it's okay if one hip lifts and then the other hip lifts. Maybe your hips sit resting on the mat. That's cool too. Maybe your arching and rounding of your spine is really dramatic and it feels so yummy. And maybe you're like, ooh, this doesn't feel so yummy. No, no worries. Make it a little smaller. Everything you're doing, this motion, is lotion, friends. Yeah, moving is what our bodies are meant to do. So anything you are doing is good if you're listening to your body. Yeah, give it what it needs. Cool. Then we'll switch directions. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to run behind. Or switch it up, make your own rules. And you might think of this as like a cat-cow that you would have found in another class. And if you've never, this is your first class, and you don't need cat-cow. You got this thing. Okay. So maybe your shoulders come into it, and you're rounding your shoulders and then bringing them back. Maybe they don't. Maybe it feels better to just make some circles. Cool. We're going to make smaller and smaller circles. And then come to bring the head back over the heart, back over the hips. Think about bringing your awareness to the space where you're grounded and then growing tall from there. Creating a lot of space in between the vertebrae. Arrive with 2 more breaths. Maybe take some wrist rolls. Yoga can be challenging on our wrists. So just know that it's okay to take breaks. Check in with your wrists. Check in with your knees. Check in with your heart, whatever you need. Then, from here, when you're ready to move on, we will take a tabletop pose. So, our shoulders are going to be over our wrists. Our knees are under our hips. And we'll thread the needle. So, I'm going to bring my weight into my right hand and then allow my left hand to be loose, like it's a paintbrush. Just flipping some paint away. Cool. So I'm going to paint my left hand up my right arm, across my clavicles, and bring the left shoulder back and then open. So thinking about kind of stacking our shoulders as much as possible. Maybe the left hand lifts high. Maybe it comes to the waist or the back. Whatever feels good for you. And then when you're ready, we'll float that hand underneath our armpit, slide it on the mat as we sink the left shoulder down to the mat, and allow the hips to come high. Maybe your right palm stays underneath your right shoulder. Maybe it extends long. Settle in here. Finding what you need to feel grounded. Taking a gentle twist. And then if you extended your right hand, bring it back underneath your right shoulder and slide the left hand out. Lift up into your tabletop and we'll switch it up. So the weight comes to the left hand. We're going to paint, allow the right hand to be really loosey-goosey. Paint it up the left hand across the clavicle, and then it can open up to the sky or to your back. Just think about stacking the right shoulder over the left, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. A little bit of a rotation, yeah, in the spine. You're like, a little bit, this is a lot. Take what you need. When you're ready, we will thread the needle or slide the right hand underneath the left armpit. Bring the right shoulder to the mat. Maybe the left hand reaches forward a little bit. Take what you need here. A lot of people put a lot of weight on their grounded shoulder, and that feels good for them. I like to find a little bit of space between my shoulders. So just play with this pose. Take what you like from it. Let the rest go. Hopefully this is a gentle twist. You might notice your breath, ribs expanding and contracting as you inhale and exhale. When you're ready, we'll slide the palms underneath the left shoulder and lift up back into tabletop. Then we're going to slide our right foot out to the right side. I'm going to turn around so you can see me. Okay, so I'm going to extend my right foot out to the right side, and the right toes are kind of pointing the same places my fingers are. Okay, from here, I'm going to walk my hands up and stack my head over my heart, over my hips. So now we're resting on our right foot, left knee. Cool. We'll build our gate pose. So our left knee, right hand. Right hand is going to come inside the right thigh. Left hand's going to lift. Maybe you stay here with this lift, thinking about reaching tall with the left hand and reaching low with the right. Reaching long with the right foot and grounding with the left knee. Or maybe you extend to find a side bend. So totally up to you. Yogi's choice. Maybe you're in a side bend. Maybe you're reaching. Cool. Arrive in your shape. Breathe here. This is called gate pose. Welcome to gate pose. So strong. Okay. From here, I'm going to flip the script. We're going to land our left hand down. If you have that block just lying around, maybe you bring the block underneath your left hand. You don't really need it. It's totally up to you. Find the mat with your left hand. Maybe your right hand floats up. Maybe your right foot floats and you find a half moon, baby half moon. This is a really strong, joyful pose, really opening up, feeling like a star. Okay. Or maybe it's your right foot still grounded. Still cool. So this kind of counterbalance pose. Find what feels good here. Play around. It's like a nice stretch, hopefully, in your side body. Love it. Okay, from here, we're going to bring the head back over the hips. And I'm going to point my right toes so that they're pointing towards the front of the mat or away from my left knee. Cool. And now I have a bend in my right knee. So we're going to take baby extended side angle. My right hand is going to come inside the right thigh, or the right elbow can come to the right thigh. Totally up to you. And think about opening through the chest, just like we did in our tabletop twist. So we're pressing the left shoulder back. Maybe your left hand shoots up high, reaching for something awesome. Or maybe it comes to your hip. Baby extended side angle pose. Longest name ever. Breathing here. Noticing your body and the shape, being curious about how you might settle in, find some ease here for 3 breaths. So as you breathe, invite curiosity. As you exhale, letting go of some tension, if you can, consciously. So I don't need it. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. From here, we'll bring the head back over the hips, wherever you were. We'll bring our knees together, and I'm going to twist so you can see me. We're going to find our camel pose. So camel is a nice back bend. We're going to bring our hands underneath. Why do I say underneath? Behind us, the base of the spine, the top of the hips. I'm kind of like pressing the heels of my palms into the tops of my hips here. Elbows are drawing back, and we're really opening through the fronts of the shoulders. So the shoulders and the fronts are reaching really, really far away from one another. And then in the back, they're drawing towards one another. Funny how that works. Okay. From here, we're going to point the chest and the clavicles and maybe even the gaze up towards the ceiling as you draw your ribs together. Really engage your core. Press out through your hips and maybe light up all the muscles of the gluteus maximus. So what we want to be doing with all of this like muscle activation is supporting our lower back so that the strength of this position is really in the front body, and we have a supporting system with the glutes, and we're not dumping into our back. Cool. You got it. This can be your camel. You can get really fancy and drop your hands to your heels if you want as you press your heart up towards the sky. Maybe this is your camel. Woo-hoo. If you want to be all that way, that's great. Make it yours. Find your back bend. 2 more breaths here. Coming in and out of it as you need. So strong through the front body to protect your back. You got it. You're so strong. You got this. Notice what you feel and then let it go. And we're going to bring our hands back to a tabletop just because I think it's easier. And then we're going to extend the left leg long. So left toes pointing in the same direction as my fingers. And then I'm going to walk my fingers back, bring my head over my heart, over my hips, gate pose. So left hand to left thigh, right hand lifts high. That rhymed. So maybe your hands are reaching really far away from one another, really growing tall through the crown of the head. And maybe you find your side bend. Maybe this is your gate pose. Maybe this is your gate pose. Maybe you're like, I got my own gate pose. Let me see it. Do your thing for 3 breaths. So strong. I know this is a lot on the knees. You're like, Caitlin, do you even know? It is. And you're totally welcome to do this in a totally different way. You can do it on your chair. You can do it standing. You can put a blanket underneath your knees. Take what you need. You're doing great. Then we're going to find our baby half moon. So our right hand's going to plant on the mat. Our chest is going to open to the side of the mat, right? And then our left hand is going to come high or to the hip. Maybe your left leg lifts. Wherever you are, feeling like a star. Yeah, opening through the chest. So strong. Make it your own, yeah? Maybe dance around a little bit. I feel like I'm getting Canadian. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to bring the head over the heart, over the hips for our baby extended side angle, of course. We're going to point the toes, the left toes, away from the right knee. And then we're going to bring the left elbow to left thigh. Open the chest, yes, and now we're pressing the right shoulder back. Maybe the right hand comes high. Maybe it comes to your chest, your hip. It's a little bit opening in the hips, in the inner thighs. So strong in the legs and the knees. You got this. You're doing great. Then, when you're ready, we're going to bring the knees together. We're going to tuck the toes and find our downward facing dogs. We're going to lift the hips high. Bring the chest towards the thighs. Find this long line of energy from the fingertips all the way to the tailbone. Maybe a shake a groove thing or bend one knee and then the other. Get all the wiggles out that you need and then settle in. For 3 breaths, can you reach as tall as possible with your tailbone? And then consciously release the muscles of the backs of the legs, keeping a nice bend in the knees, taking what you need, allowing the heels to be as they are. So strong. When you're ready, we'll meet standing. So maybe you come through tabletop, maybe you jump or fly. I like to take a bunch of steps towards my hands and then take a little nice forward fold and then arrive standing. Got it. Okay. We're going to move with our breath. Some people call that vinyasa. Just trying to move back so you can see my arms. Okay. We're going to feel this rooting sensation into the feet. So without looking down to the feet, just be curious about the soles of the feet. Are they steady? Can you seal them into the mat? On your inhale, lift your hands high. That feels good. On your exhale, left hand drops, right hand side bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left side bend. Inhale, lift the hands. And exhale, baby back bend. So we're engaging the front body. So maybe feeling strength in the thighs, making a cactus with the arms, shining the heart up for the sky. Make this as big or as small as feels good for you. So it's like these. Cool. Then we'll move with our breath. Inhale, exhale, side bend. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. Take what you need. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, side bend. Inhale. Exhale. So moving at your pace with your breath. So it might help to take your attention away from me. I will bring you back with my voice. But just allow yourself to move and breathe. And take what you need. Leave what you don't. I'll do 2 more rounds. Last round on your own. And then we'll let it go. Okay, now my arms are tired. We are going to move into our warrior 2. And if you didn't think you were dancing before, let's start to dance. Okay, I'm going to have my right foot forward, my left foot's back. So my right toes are pointing towards the front of the mat. My right knee is bent and kind of pressing out towards the right outside edge of the mat. So it's not dipping in towards the middle of the mat like this, but it's really pressing out. Okay, I'm going to stack the head over the heart, over the hips. Really press into the small toe side edge of your left foot. Tee out your hands, warrior 2. On your next inhale, extended side angle. So just like we did on the mat, we're going to slide the right hand forward and then bring the right arm to the right thigh. Open the left hand high. Or just press the left shoulder back, bring it to your waist. Okay, from there we're going to go for reverse triangle. So I'm going to press my hips back. My front leg is going to straighten. Maybe there's a little tiny bend. And I'm going to reach my right hand high. Left hand can come alongside the left leg. Engage the side bodies here. So think about the obliques or bringing the navel into spine, drawing the strength of your core. And you have a strong core. It's supporting you always. Notice that strength. And then we're going to find our full triangle. So we're going to drop the right hand to right thigh and allow the side body to bring the right shoulder forward. Okay, maybe your right hand rests on your right thigh, find some support there. Maybe it presses to the inside. From here, we're going to open the chest, so send the left shoulder back. Maybe the left hand lifts high, maybe it comes to your waist. Triangle pose. Because I have a chair here, I'll show you on the other side. We can do this whole thing in chair. Okay, triangle pose. From here, peaceful warrior. So bring a bend back in the front leg. Send the hips forward so the head is stacked over the heart, over the hips. Lift the right hand now. Maybe left hand drops behind. Beautiful. And then we'll find our goddess pose. Like every pose I'm in is a goddess pose. Heels are in, toes are out, knees are bent, however deep you'd like them to be. And then we're going to open the hands and cactus the arms. Goddess pose. So really pressing the elbows back, shining the palms forward, pointing the tailbone for the mat. Noticing the strength of your core because it is there. You are strong. You have got this. Take up space. There is room for you, friend. Okay. When you're ready, open up star pose. So we're going to straighten the legs, extend the hands really long, take up as much space as possible, get really big. Let it all shine. Beautiful. Then when you're ready, we'll take it on the other side. So we're going to find warrior 2 with our right knee bent here. Nope, that's my left knee. My left knee is bent. My right foot is back. I'm going to move to the chair to show you that you can do this all in the chair. Okay, so if you're in the chair, same thing. Your your right thigh is resting on the mat. Your right knee is bent. Your left leg's extended back. Left toes are pointing out. If you're in your chair and it feels better, you can always bring your left knee down. Warrior two. I know you've got this. You're so strong breathing here. Extended side angle. Right elbow comes to right thigh. Left shoulder opens back. Left hand comes high, or maybe it comes to your hip. Opening through the chest. Feeling strong in your core. Stacking up this foundation from the left foot, the left thigh, supporting the left elbow, the left shoulder. Right elbow's pressing back, stacking on top. Beautiful. Reverse triangle. So if we're standing, we're going to straighten the front leg. Everyone's going to lift the left hand high and right hand comes behind. Maybe your gaze is lifted as well, or maybe it's on the mat. So really reaching tall and long. And then we'll find full triangle. So in our chairs, we're going to bring the back leg so that it's perpendicular to the front leg. And then we're going to everyone's going to slide the left shoulder forward and then find the left thigh with the left arm. So maybe your left hand is pressing into the left thigh and that feels more supportive. Maybe your left forearm is pressing into the left thigh, opening through the right shoulder blade, drawing it back. Maybe your hand lifts, maybe it finds your waist. So just really thinking about this intentional stretch. Yeah, it's probably intentional and strong in your hips, strong in your spine. So build what you need. Be curious about any adjustments you want for the next 3 breaths, settling into your triangle. So strong. And then peaceful warrior. So bring a bend back into the left leg. If you're standing, the left hand lifts, right hand falls back. And if we're in our chairs, we're going to extend the right leg long. Beautiful. Goddess pose. Knees come in, toes come out. In our chairs, our hips are going to come to the center of the chair. Cactus the arms, shine the heart, press the elbows back. You decide how deep you bend if you're standing. If you're in your chair, you're really pressing into the floor and pressing the thighs into the chair to lift, like you're going to lift out of the chair, but really engaging the hips and the legs. Breathing here, you're so strong, you got this. Remember, you decide how deep you bend. You decide. This is all your choice. This is your practice. One more breath, inhaling in and exhaling it out. Star pose, straighten the legs. So really take up as much space as you possibly can. Let's do it, yeah? Can we always do that? You have this space. You have so much to give. Get really big with it. There's only when you take up the space because there's space for you, friend. Shine it out. 2 more breaths. So great. Okay. From here, we're going to find our peak pose. So our peak pose is half moon, full half moon. And I need a drink. This is where we really want to find some support. So having a chair or a wall nearby, a sturdy dog, or a block. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple ways to get into half moon. One is starting from triangle. So we'll go triangle. When we build half moon, it'll be building it from the ground up. And then the other option is to build it from the top down with warrior 2. So for triangle pose, we were in this before, with a straight front leg, And I'm on my right, front leg is my right leg right now. And then I'm going to light up through my core, really feel my strength here. Then I'm going to slide my right shoulder forward, so much so that my right knee is going to bend and my left leg is going to sneak up behind me. So closing the space between the right foot and the left foot. Cool. I'm going to have my block or my sturdy thing in front of my right foot here. And I'm going to draw my right hand down to rest on that sturdy thing and then press my left shoulder back so that it's stacking over the right. Maybe your left foot hovers here. Yeah? So like think about stacking now. Your left hip over your right hip. Maybe the left hand finds the waist. Maybe it floats high. Half moon. Cool. Maybe you get there. So that's kind of building it from the ground up. Maybe you get there from warrior two. So thinking about this is my warrior two. I'm going to make like a tip teapot and tip over. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this shape, bring my weight forward, straighten my right leg, and hover up. So if we're building it from triangle, we're kind of like pressing the right hip, right foot, and right leg to lift the left leg. And if we're coming at it from warrior two, we're just gonna tipping over. Trust yourself. No shame in the wall game. Come in and out of it as you need. And make this your own, yeah? Play with it. Half moon. You got it, friend. So strong. Okay, let's take it on the other side. And I'm going to stay facing you. Okay. So maybe you're building it from triangle, finding your block or your earth, really connecting with the left side body, stacking the right shoulder over left, and stacking the right hip over left, allowing the right leg to be light, pressing through the right heel, shining the clavicles. Friends, I hope you're finding some joy, yeah? This is yoga. Don't take it too seriously. Have some fun. Okay, we can find it from Warrior 2 too. And you got it, yeah? So this is your half moon for your day. Know that your half moon tomorrow is going to be different. And whatever half moon you find today is complete, is perfect. I hope you feel so strong. You're doing great. Thank you for finding your half moon with me. You can always stay here, play in your half moon. If you're ready to move on, we'll come to a comfortable seat for our fire log pose. This is like one of my favorite poses. I always say it's my favorite pose, but it really is. Okay, so I'm going to be resting on the mat with my legs in front of me. And I'm going to bring my right leg out to the side. So my left shin can be kind of square with my hips. So my left shin's pointing out. And then my right leg, I'm going to bring some movement there, yeah? Make this look however you want. So maybe you're sliding your leg forward and back. Maybe you're hugging your leg like a little baby. A leg baby. What we're really doing here is bringing movement, that motion, lotion, into the hip socket. And stretching out the hips, checking in with where our knee is at, how it all feels. How does your leg feel? Before we stack the right ankle over left knee over left ankle. Little caveat here, everyone's body's built differently. And that means that your legs, your fire logs might look like this or anywhere in between. And that has a lot to do with where our bones are and you can't make your bones more flexible. So don't worry if your fire log looks different than my fire log. That's kind of the point. Yeah? No campfires look the same. Okay. From there, this might be an intense stretch in your hips. And again, settle in to what feels right for you. If this is enough of a stretch, beautiful, stay here. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can walk the hands forward, drawing the heart over the stacked legs. Wherever you are, let's settle in for 2 more breaths. Okay. When you're ready to move on, we'll unwind. And maybe you take some windshield wipers if that feels good. And we will take the same on the other side. So I'm going to square my right shin forward. I'm going to bring some movement, whatever that looks like for you, into my left leg. Just checking in and really taking note without judging of what you notice in your legs, in your hips, your joints. Cool. And then we're going to stack our left ankle over right knee. Every fire log's a snowflake, friends. Okay. Find your fire log, arrive here, and then take the stretch that you need. So maybe this side feels nice and stretchy once you've arrived. Maybe you'd like to bow forward just a little bit. Breathing here for 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, we will unwind and find your block or your pillow, your blanket that's rolled up, and extend the legs long in front of you. And then we're going to bring the pillow behind us. So if you have a pillow, it'll look kind of like this, so that your pillow is really resting close to your hips, and then your head has space to rest on the mat. So we're really like lifting the heart space higher than the head. So it looks like with a pillow. With a block or a rolled blanket, well, same thing, bring it behind you. It might feel better if it's more narrow of a support to bring your hands behind you and then come to rest on your elbows, and then see if you want to stay here with your gaze forward, or if it feels good to reach your head back and rest on whatever is beneath you. And if you don't need anything beneath you, just know that you can take this pose, this fish pose is what we call it. You can take this pose without anything underneath you and just rest the top of your head on the mat. Just really being kind to your neck. And allowing this to be a passive stretch. Meaning that not a lot of muscles are activated. We might even consciously let go of the muscles of the abdomen. Opening through the heart space. Coming back to the joy that surrounds us. Breathing it in. Sending it out. 2 more breaths here, and adjust as you need. Remember to be kind to yourself. And as you're ready, You can come to one side and slide the block out, or you can bring your weight to your elbows and gently lift the head up and shimmy the block out from underneath you. Let's take a seated egg pose. So I'm going to bring my knees in. The soles of my feet are resting on the mat. And I'm going to think about finding a flat back. So really reaching through the crown of the head. And then drawing the heart space forward towards the thighs. Dropping or draping the heart over the thighs. And then allowing the head to be heavy. Letting it go. You can rock from one side to the other. Maybe it feels better to extend your legs long and find a forward fold that way. Totally up to you. Say something kind to yourself. This quiet moment coming within. Just letting go of the muscles of the neck. Bending, rounding in the spine. And as you're ready, we will take our last pose. So maybe you lay back on a cushion, find a comfortable seat, settle in. Notice the spaces where you're grounded. Allow yourself to melt in, settle, to let go. You made this time for yourself. Don't waste a second of it. I will be reading our meditation for Yoga Nidra. It'll be about 5 minutes, and then we'll close out together. So find your comfortable position, allowing your body to be fully supported. Let your arms rest. Release the muscles of the face. If it feels safe for you, you might close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. Allow yourself to arrive. Silently repeat this intention or a truth of your own. I am whole. I am radiant. I celebrate the joy of being fully myself. Allow this intention to settle into your heart. Bring your awareness to different parts of your body, gently, without judgment, intentionally giving every part that you meet the same kindness you share to those that you love. You might start with your right big toe, moving to your second toe, middle toe, fourth toe, pinky toe, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, ankle. Move through your body as you want, slowly, naming each part, allowing each to soften, let go of tension, to settle in, to rest in all that is good. Notice your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Imagine each inhale as a wave of love each exhale as a release of tension. Let your breath be effortless, natural. Now invite the feeling of joy. Recall a moment when you felt truly seen, celebrated, connected. Could be a pride celebration, quiet moment with a friend, a dance, a laugh, a hug. Let that memory fill your body with warmth. Allow the warmth to radiate through your belly, your chest, your fingertips. Notice it expand. Imagine yourself in a radiant field of light, vibrant, colorful, alive. Colors of a rainbow swirl around you, each one a reflection of your truth. Red for vitality, orange for creativity, yellow for joy, green for love, blue for expression, indigo for wisdom, violet for spirit. You are held in this light. You are safe. You are celebrated. Affirm silently or aloud, I am worthy of joy. My identity is a source of strength. I belong. I radiate love and authenticity. I am part of a beautiful, diverse community. Come back to your breath. Feel the gentle rhythm of your inhale and exhale. Notice the energy within you. Allow it to nourish you. Return to your intention. I am whole. I am radiant. I celebrate the joy of being fully myself. Let it echo softly in your heart. Begin to bring awareness back to your body. Start to deepen your breath. You might bring some movement into your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. You might shimmy from one side to the other or lift the hands up overhead for a good morning stretch. And when you're ready, if you'd like, we'll meet in a comfortable seat to close out our practice. Take your time. In yoga, often we close out our practice with our hands together like this in front of our hearts. I like to rub my hands together to create a bit of heat And you can keep that heat in your hands. You can stack them over your heart. You're important already. You always were. Your light is honored. Your presence is treasured. You are loved. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you. Thank you for creating this time for yourself. Thank you for sharing your practice with everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your day.